Hello, members of the Billionaire Coin community, TBC. I am happy to address you once again this evening. I am Oluropo Ogunbolude, a member of TBC from Nigeria. This is my fifth broadcast on the TBC. I wish to congratulate and thank all our leaders and members of TBC for the send button meetings of this week by our leaders, Randy, Mbe, Dan Lewis, Kuma, and our brother, big brother, Rahman from Bangladesh. It has been an eventful week for us in TBC. I congratulate all our members all over the world for this landmark achievement. More than anything else, the TBC send button meeting has been very useful to all of us, particularly the newcomers. And myself, I've gained a lot from these meetings. I thank our leaders for it. And I wish to talk on some salient issues this week, particularly the cash flow system. It is very necessary that we should all embrace the cash flow system as enunciated by our leaders and the critical cash back office. Except you follow the system, there's not much you can do. As of now, a good number of people are looking for the momentary monetary gain in TBC. That should not be the issue. That should not be the point. What we need to know and what we need to do as of now is to educate ourselves on how to grow this community, how to improve on our members, how to impress it on our members to learn the system, and for our leaders to teach the system. That is, the teaching and the learning of the system. Until very recently, I was basically an illiterate as far as a TBC is concerned. But with my learning the system, I am now improving a lot. I now know a lot of things in TBC which have missed for a very long time. And I wouldn't blame myself too much, and I wouldn't blame the leaders. But I want to impress it on our leaders to please take it up as a responsibility to train, to teach, to educate our new members and some of our old members. More than 90% of our old members don't know anything about the system. And without knowing something about the system, there's not much you can achieve in TBC. And at this infancy stage, it is very important for all of us to take it up as a challenge to teach our new members, new entrants, and old members about how TBC operates, how it functions. Once we know this, the sky is the limit for us. And I believe we can do it. And lead our leaders, particularly Randy, has been doing a lot to achieve this global objective of teaching members. And we have to take it up as a sacrifice, as a selfless sacrifice. This is not the money-making stage of this community. What we are trying to do, what we should try to do now, is to build the community, to grow the community, so as to achieve our aim, our target of achieving 1 billion billionaires within the shortest possible time. And this is achievable. And when you compare TBC with other cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the rest of them, particularly what is happening to them, to most of these cryptocurrencies, currently, you will know that TBC is a champion. TBC is coming of age. When we compare our age and the age of the other cryptocurrencies, for example, Bitcoin has been in existence for the past 10 years now, and we are only 3 years. And what we have been able to achieve in 3 years is more than what Bitcoin achieved in 10 years, even though Bitcoin has gained a lot of popularity. People know a lot about Bitcoin because it was the first coin that was introduced and that popularizes the word on cryptocurrency. But with the advent of TBC, a lot of things have happened, and this is a community. It's quite different from all those ones. Look at the prices of some of the cryptocurrencies. Some of them dipping by more than 34%, 40% within the last 1 week. Even Bitcoin has fallen more than 20% within the last 1 week. But what happens to our own TBC, the billionaire coin? Instead of falling, it is growing on a daily basis because it is not tied down to ephemeral things. It is not tied down to things that are just based on what people feel about it. It is based on human beings. TBC is based on human beings, and the prices, the value of a TBC continues to appreciate on a daily basis because as more people are joining the community, the currency is appreciating. It's appreciating too. It's never going to go down at all, unlike the other cryptocurrency. And this is a very big achievement. If you look at if you look at the calculation of a TBC, the graph of a TBC, It's going up, it's going up, it's going up. It will never come down. So that is a very great advantage. It is more stable. It is very, 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 it is very stable. It is extremely stable. Unlike the other cryptocurrencies, which you cannot predict. But TBC, you can predict it. You know what it will be next week. You know what it will be in a year, what it will be in a year. You know what it will be in 2 years. Particularly if you know the number of people joining the community, you can always determine what the value will be at any point in time. So unlike the other cryptocurrency, this is a very big achievement. And this is what the world needs as of now. Something that is very stable, something that is very reliable, something that is predictable. And TBC has achieved all these aims, all these values of dependability, values of stability, and so many other things, so many important values. So, as members, we need to learn the system. And I thank one of our leaders in Nigeria. I just came across him some few days ago by name Chukwuka. He has explained so many things to me, which I found very useful in this cryptocurrency world, and particularly in the Billionaire coin community. And most of these things are very important for all the members. The more of these leaders you interact with, the better for you. And some of the members, some of the leaders should open up. We are not competing among ourselves. Our competition should be that of a complementarity. We should complement ourselves. It's not a question of I want to be on top. I want to be everywhere. No. Everything should be laid open. TBC, there's no secrecy. In TBC, it is an open system for everybody, which you can learn and which I can learn as an individual. And that is what we need. The blog of TBC, the TBC info.com, that is where the official blog of TBC is. And that is where you get all official pronouncements on TBC. Anything outside the blog is not much reliable. The reliability of our official blog is very important, and that is what we members should buy into. That is where you should do your learning, because whatever you have there is the gospel truth. It's the gospel truth. You can't take anything out of it, and you can't add anything out of it. It's not a system whereby people will bring in their own ideas at variance with the TBC idea. So we should embrace it. We should always make it a point of duty to access the blog and to read the blog, the official pronouncement, on a daily basis. That is where TBC system is. That is where to learn the TBC system. If you have missed any of the blogs, go back again, search for them, and study them critically, and apply whatever principles you are able to gain in those blogs. And there are so many of them, and many more are still coming up on a daily basis. there is something which is which I will want the community to be aware of. We have to be very careful about some of the so-called exchanges that are springing up now. Go to Facebook, go to WhatsApp, and all whatnot. Some of these so-called exchanges are scammers. You have to be extremely careful, otherwise you will lose everything which you have in your wallet before you know what is happening. And they would have done a lot of damage to TBC generally. So I want to appeal to our leaders, particularly to the Krigu Cash back office. Before anybody is allowed to go into the internet to talk about these exchanges, of their own exchanges, the office should screen those behind those exchanges. We should screen them properly. We should know their antecedents. We should know what they are aiming at. Because some of these things, the way I see them, some of them are trying to destroy the community, the TBC community. And except we are very careful, except we do something quickly to see that they don't damage the community, it might be too late for us. So our leaders, please pay particular attention to some of these exchanges, and if possible, proscribe some of them outrightly and take them out of our system before the damage is done. The issue of exchange, our leaders, the office is doing a lot to see that you are able to apply your coin in accessing services, in accessing other coins, in accessing other currencies, with the introduction of so many measures like the cash center registration. The cash center office will always assist you to do some of these things which you have not be able to do before. What we need to do is to learn how it works and how it operates. And I thank my brother Shukuka for what he has been doing in this regard. And I will appeal to other leaders to teach us more about the cash center office all over the place. And the admin should do something. Those who have applied, particularly when they have complied with all the conditions precedent to opening a cash center office, the approval should come out. You should let them know whether they have been approved, or if they are not approved, let them know that they are not approved and that they can not operate. If they are approved, let everybody know that they have approved, they have been approved. Let us have the list of the centers in every country, so that we'll be able to access them. So it is very important, and this will reduce the number of these so-called exchanges to the barest minimum. And like our leaders have said before, the issue of Exchangers, we should take it serious. Let us have a somewhat centralized exchange platform for all members where we can always go into. And the issue of our bank, we should do something about it. A community of 1 billion is a lot. Most of the banks will want to work with us. Now that we are developing the system, now that the community is more stable, now that the currency is more stable, unlike the other currency, most of the banks will be able to buy into this system. And we thank our leaders for what they have been doing in this direction. Now our members should go all out. This is the time for us to recruit more members. Recruitment of more members is what is important for this community, and that is the work of each and every one of us now, to recruit members and to sensitize members, to educate most of these members on how TBC works, how the system works, how the system can be beneficial to them, to the members of the community. So these are some of the things which I believe we can look into and concentrate on and building and growing the community. So members should please avoid as much as possible anything that will damage the integrity of the billionaire coin. And whatever will damage the integrity of the billionaire coin should be avoided. So our police commissioner should strive to look into some of these issues, particularly this issue of myriads of exchangers all over the place. Most of them are scammers, and we've got to do something about it quickly too. So our leaders, please let us do something about it. And we've got to propagate the ideas of TBC. Issue of repetition, like one of my leaders said something, copycat, TBC. We have to be copycats. We have to teach ourselves. We have to take from ourselves, knowledge from ourselves. Nothing is secretive in TBC. Everything is opened to all the members. So issue of I don't want you to know this, I don't want you to know that or something should not be the thing in the TBC, and can never be the thing in TBC. Otherwise, you will not be able to grow. The more friends you are able to make in TBC, the better for you. The more platforms you are able to reach in TBC, the better for you. The more leaders you are able to cultivate in TBC, the better for you. So, open up. Let us open up, and let us see ourselves as our brothers keepers. Most of the services we are rendering here should be selfless. For now, like I said, this is not the money-making phase of the billionaire coin. This is the phase whereby we grow the community. This is the distribution phase, and our leaders, our management, they are doing a lot, and they are distributing to members. Then members should be able to distribute to those outside the community, not those within the community presently. We should go out and woo people outside the community. Some of the problems which we have been having before, or something, most of them have been solved now, particularly with our migration, which we have completed, particularly with the creation of our own blockchain, which we have achieved. So with that, the sky should be the limit for all of us. So it behoves on each and every member of this community to propagate the ideas of the billionaire coin, to go all out, to recruit members, use all methods available within the community to recruit members and participate effectively in the Monday meetings, the Monday, the Tuesday meetings, send the bottom meeting of the community. This is very important. This is where you know what is happening within the community. This is where you know what you are supposed to do as a member, as a paid member of the community. We are all to grow this community together. Nobody will do it for us. It is our duty as members of this community. And we should de-emphasize the issue of money for now. We should emphasize growing the community, enlarging the community, bringing in as many people as possible to the community. The money will come. And the more of this we are able to do, the more money you'll be able to make in within the community. And so far, we'll be growing. And I thank our leader, like I've said, for introducing the send button meeting. That of Monday with our brother Randy. That of Tuesday by Mbe, one of our leaders from Cameroon. And that of Wednesday or something by our leader from India, Kuma. And of late, that of Bangladesh language by our leader, Rahman. So with that, it's a lot. I will want to appeal to our leaders once again to help us reach out. Whatever it will take, we should reach out to China. China is a very big economy. China, with their population and economic progress of recent. So it is very important that we should reach out. We should get somebody at all cost to handle one of the send button meetings in Chinese language. This is very important. And our leaders, Brandy, and the rest of them should pay attention to this. Dalu should pay attention to it. And most of our leaders should pay attention to it. Let us do something about it. Let us reach out to these brothers and sisters from China. And if we are able to do that, then achieving our billionaire target will be very easy for us. And it is practicable. And with what I've seen, I can see TBC becoming the world currency. Within the next 5 years, we will become the world currency. TBC will become the world currency within the next 5 years. So I wish to congratulate members who have joined and those who are still coming. And the earlier the better you join, the better for all of us. May God bless you, our leaders, and our friends all over the world. Thanks. Ogunbolude.